So I understand you were involved in an incident recently. Do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, you see, I don't know how she died, but it was weird because it all started at 12 o'clock, 12 a.m., so it was really dark outside. And I was walking with her, of course, she was one of my best friends, and lights started flashing and everything went pitch black. I blacked out. Now, when I woke up, she wasn't there. So obviously, I was in shock. I didn't know what had happened to her. When I came to, like, when I woke up and came to, I was so confused, so I just decided to come home. I didn't know what time it was when I blacked out, or when I came to. Obviously, I didn't check, I was freaking out. So that's when I decided to go back to my house. Now, I got the call from you guys telling me to come in about your friend, because I was like, obviously, I was really close to her. Now, when I got the call, I'm here now, and this is what I'm telling you. I don't have any perception of what happened, just lights out of nowhere. So the last thing I had like a memory of was the lights flashing, and I just blacked out. So I don't know if somebody did something to where it obstructed my vision so badly that it knocked me out unconscious, but when I came to, she was gone. I don't know who took her. I don't know what happened to her. All I know is you guys are telling me she's dead.
Yeah, she did die recently, but we were given an anonymous tip that you had first-hand knowledge of the incident which led to her death.
I mean, I was with her last, but the only thing I could give you is just there was maybe a tall figure in the distance, like a shadow, I would kind of say, and that's when the lights started occurring. And then we were both like, she was right next to me, and we were both looking in that direction, and it was weird, because you would see this tall black figure, and then the lights would just come out of nowhere. Everything would light up. It was just all bright white. Bright white flashing. It was not strobe-like, but it was like a good, decent, like after every second, it would just flash, occur again. And you would see the figure in the distance, and it was like something out of a horror movie. It was creepy. And that's when I was unconscious.
So where did all this happen exactly?
Well, of course, it took place around like a couple blocks away from my house. I can't give my location, of course, but it all happened, I'd say, about right off across town, California, on that street. And as we were just walking on the sidewalk there, and it was just tall black figure. I couldn't explain, like, just lanky, like long arms, long legs, and you couldn't really see a face. It was more of just black darkness.
And so were there any other witnesses around?
Well, that's the thing. I heard people, like, I heard a voice. I didn't think anybody was around. It could have been the voice of the stranger that could have took her, maybe telling her something like, come with me, and that's how he ended up getting her. I don't know. There was no people around. As I remembered, it was just me and her at night walking on the sidewalk, and then he showed up, or something showed up.
So do you have any knowledge as to if maybe she was a target in something, if maybe she was wanted by some kind of creature or organization or something?
I know she was telling me she was getting into a lot of trouble recently, and she was just coming to me, like, we were just talking about, like, everyday stuff, and she just happened to pull up this little incident that she was in. She was like, I'm in some really bad stuff right now, and I could just use a friend to talk to, and that's why she came to me. I'm like one of her best friends. So we started talking, and really the only thing she could give me was, I'm in some serious crap, like, I need help. I was like, she wouldn't explain on it, though. She wouldn't tell me what kind of trouble she was into. But obviously she was in some trouble if she ended up dead.
And you don't think you maybe could have had any part in this, right? I mean, you were the last person that she encountered, as to the best of your knowledge.
Yeah, I don't think I could have been the one to murder her or even have acquaintances that could have killed her. Because I
Well,
have no
of course
memory.
not. Just know we are not police. We are not law enforcement.
Mhm.
Okay? We are not going to get you into any sort of legal trouble. We just want you to be honest. We want you to tell us what happened so that things like this don't happen again to other people. That's why we brought you in here, is to get as much information about the incident as possible. So
Yeah.
just tell us everything that you can.
There might have been one more thing. She said something about it involved money. Like she owed. Yeah, she said financially she wasn't set right now, and she had to ask somebody for a favor. So whatever that somebody was, I think he came looking for whatever she owed him, and that's probably why he took her. And I don't know, whatever they did to me caused me to go unconscious at the moment, but
Interesting.
yeah.
Well, thank you for your information. You don't mind this being used as part of our YouTube documentary, right?
No problem. I'm okay with it.
Okay, great. Thank you.